Hi, this is Jerry Hauser, and I'm your new professor. So I thought I would just make a quick short video and introduce myself and let you know who I am, a little bit about me, and it gives you a sense to see who I am in live person. You can hear my voice, etc. So welcome to the new cohort. I'm excited about working with you. I've been doing this for 20 years or more. It seems like forever. And I've had the privilege of having a lot of cohorts, both in the face-to-face live classes, and now this is my third online class. And the online class is a lot of fun. It is a lot more flexible, but it's a lot of work. I was surprised that it's actually probably a little more work than the live class sessions. But I really enjoyed it. I enjoy the students a lot, and I'm looking forward to working with you. A little bit about myself. So I was born at a very early age in Los Angeles in a place called Highland Park, close to South Pasadena. And I was raised in a little small area that was called the Herman area. I don't know if you've ever been by there on the Pasadena Freeway, Avenue 60, via Marisol, that area. It was actually a little small town. It was started by a church, the Free Methodist Church. It had a hilltop college, and it was called Los Angeles Pacific College. My mother worked in the library. Well, lo and behold, about 20 years, well, about 15 years after I was born, LAPC merged with this other school called Azusa College, and it became Azusa Pacific. So I have a long heritage of being involved with Azusa Pacific and its programs. I went there as an undergrad, and then um, I thought I was going to be a minister for a while. So I took a major in religion and in psychology, sociology, and so I started with a youth minister job back in my home church when I was right out of college, and discovered that wasn't quite the best fit for me. So I tried seminary, went to Fuller for a little while, didn't finish up there, did about a year's worth of work, and then found myself in higher education and realized that that's a great place for me to be. It allowed me to do some teaching, some speaking, some music, some event planning, all the fun things you can do with kids and the challenges. I was been working in higher ed for now a long time. I started in residential life, and then I moved over to career development and have just loved doing career planning. What you do in career planning is really interesting because you are working with students, and it's a lot like being a minister. Who am I? What can I do with who I am? What's my life meaning? What's important to me? What are my values? We answer all those kinds of questions. So I'm doing programs, workshops, etc. I spent almost 20 years at USC in their program, had a lot of fun. It was great to be there. Then I moved on to Caltech in Pasadena, did that for 8 or 9 years. In the meantime, I actually went back to Azusa Pacific and did 2 years as a full professor or associate professor full time. And that didn't quite work out. I ended up eventually at Caltech being laid off. So I know exactly what it's like getting that letter, that pink slip, quote unquote, and saying, sorry, we're glad you were here, but you're gone. And so 4 years ago, I got a great job offer up at in Salem. And here I am at Willamette University in Salem, Oregon. And I really love it. It's been a great move for me and for my wife. While I was at USC, I got a PhD in counseling psych, ed psych, higher ed administration. It took me a lot longer than it should have, but I took the scenic route, had a lot of fun, and was doing what I wanted to anyway. And then when I was at Caltech, University of Redlands would come on campus and teach a class much like this. We had a cohort, we met one night a week, and for 2 years I did an MBA program. So I just cranked it out. I was working a full-time job, a part-time job teaching this class, and doing my MBA, and had kids, the whole thing. So I don't consider myself a particularly brilliant person, but if I can do it, if I can do an online program, or if I can do a part-time program while I'm working full-time, you can do it too. It's just a matter of time management. So I moved here to Salem, Willamette University, been doing, having a lot of fun, and will be here for a few more years. I may just stay here. My kids moved up to Portland after college, high school, actually after high school, and then they went to college here in Portland. So we're pretty close to them. We're only about an hour away on a drive. So let me show you a picture of my wife. That's my beautiful wife, Lindsay Fields Hauser. She was an actor in Los Angeles, did a lot of commercials, small parts, different kinds of variety of parts, and she was ready to retire. So she came up here, retired, and she's been doing a lot of plays and a lot of community theater, which is really her first love. We have 2 kids. This is an old picture, but it gives you a bit of a sense of, here they are. We got 2 dogs, although Rags, the little one, has already passed on. And so boy and a girl. Graham is now married. He's 20, gosh, he's 28. It's getting old. And my daughter's 25. And they live in Portland. My son works with kids. He is a preschool teacher. His wife also works in social services with things like Boys and Girls Clubs, Best Buddies, that kind of thing. And then my daughter is the assistant manager grounds crew at Concordia University. She loves the outdoors. She's a tree hugger. So they're a lot of fun. So we get to see them now and then. Oh, I don't have a picture of my mother. My mother is still kicking. She's 98 years old. We're going to be having a celebration pretty soon with the family. And she's doing great. She's still got her mind, which is really nice. So she lives just about a mile or so away in a retirement home. So that's mostly who I am in terms of where I've come from, some of my educational background, and a little bit about my family. And so I hope you've enjoyed this. I look forward to working with you. And always be sure to give me a call, send me an email. I know how hard it is for you. Sometimes you try to get a hold of me and you want an answer right now because you've got a question right now. And I know what that's like because I've been in that situation. I will try to get back to you. I try to get online every day. Sometimes things happen. It makes it tough. It may be a day or a day and a half before I get back. But I love the way you're already working with each other in the water cooler. So you're great about answering each other's questions and working together. I encourage you to get your phones numbers from each other. Be sure to give each other calls, but I think you'll find each other to be a great support system while you're in this program. So thanks for your attention, and I look forward to working with you, and we're going to have a great next 14 months or whatever it's going to be to get there. And I just now finished up. The students are writing their final chapter right now. It's due in a week for their 4-chapter project. So they've gone through everything you've gone through, and it's been a great experience. So it can be done. You can do it, and it's a matter of putting your priorities together. So we'll talk to you later, and I'll see you in class online. Bye.